Hey guys, Magnus Robert. Apologise for the audio not being as good as it is usually. Surprisingly, it's actually better on my iPad than it is on my computer. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to be nice to my tapped out subscribers, because a large portion of my subscribers, I believe, are from tapped out, just because my general views are from tapped out videos. So I decided to give you something. So this is my top 10 most anticipated, most wanted characters for tapped out. Okay, so these are characters that are not currently in the game at the point that we're at currently, which is level 52, has just been released. No, so some of these characters may have been added since then, so when you're watching this video they may have already been added. Apologies for that. I will do an updated version when I feel fit, but yeah, I couldn't get it down to 10, guys. Honestly, it's really hard for me. I mean, I actually had to knock some characters off the 20 list. I couldn't do 25, I thought that was too much. So here's my top 20. So number 20 we have Lionel Lanley. Basically he's the guy who ran the monorail, as you remember. Now he's just a character. The reason I want him badly added is mainly because of the monorail. I think they can do some really good stuff with the monorail. I think that should be one of their big updates in the future, just like the Krusty Land and just like the Squidward. And Lyle, I think, should be like the kind of character who centralizes, or one of the characters who centralizes with the monorail. So yeah, moving on. Number 19 is Declan. Declan was basically the guy who films The Simpsons. There's always one episode where he's filming the lives of Springfielders. They could make a really funny little quest line with him. I don't know what they could add him with, or even if they just made him a friend prize, something like that, like a friend prize, and they could do some funny quest lines with him. Filming The Simpsons and interviewing. I just think he's a cool character to add in there, to throw in there. Not entirely that bothered if they don't add him, but just to give you an idea. Number 18 is Frankly the Squealer. Now technically he is in the game because he's on Legs and Louie, Legs and I think it's Louie, isn't it? There's Lou. It's in their tasks. Basically they drowned Frankie the Squealer because he constantly squeals, he constantly rats. But yeah, again, another mob character they could add, and they could do some decent. They could make him an actual character. I don't know why, I just really like him. I think his character looks so cool, and they could do something funny. I don't know why, I just like him. Number 17 is George H. Bush. Actually, now he's been in a lot of Simpsons episodes. Well, not loads, but he's been in quite a few with Homer, and they could do some feuds. They could add him with the house that he owns. I know that technically Gerald Ford owns that now. I'm pretty sure it's Gerald Ford that owns that house, but I don't know. They could add George Bush with anything. They could add him with the White House if they wanted to, really. I mean, I know Barack Obama's the president currently, but they could add him with anything. I'm not too bothered what they add him with. I just think he's a really cool character, and they kind of really need to add him. Okay, number 16 is Sarah Wiggum. Now, this is obviously Chief Wiggum's wife, and Ralph's mother. She's like the last one who, she completes the Wiggum family. So I think they should really add her, just because, yeah, she's part of the family. They haven't added her. Most male characters or female characters have, their husband or wife in the game. At this point, not all of them, but Chief Wiggum's quite a big character. I think Sarah Wiggum's it's reasonably big. Number 15 is Johnny Tightlips. He is another mobster, if you want. Obviously, I just think he's really cool. Again, he's another big mobster. They can do something with him and Frankie. They can add both of them. Maybe one as a premium, one as a regular one. But yeah, definitely Johnny Tightlips needs to be added quite soon, because I really hope they do. Number 14 is actually Herb Powell. Now I put him quite low because he's in the files at the minute, so he will be added soon, if they are actually. But there again, there's like the world's largest toilet. There's other things that haven't actually been added into the game yet, which should have been, which in the game files. So even though he's in the game files, it's not 100% confirmed that he's going to be added, because they can leave him for a long time. But yeah, again, I think I'm not. Another reason I put him so low is actually because honestly, he's a one-episode character. He's been mentioned, he's been cameos, but he's never really had his own episode again. So I'm not that entirely, pumped for him. I'm not that bothered. Number 13 is Laura Powers. Now, this is the daughter of Ruth Powers. Again, there was a big thing between her and Bart. I know there is a other girl, I forget her name now, but she's also been added. There was like another girl, older teenager girl that Bart fancied. I think it's Shauna. Yeah, Shauna. I know she's there, but they could add Laura as well, and maybe have some stuff with her and Jimbo. I'm pretty sure that's who she was with, her boyfriend was. So number 12 is Bleeding Gums Murphy. A really iconic character for Lisa, and really iconic to the series in general, which they haven't really added yet. I know he's deceased, but that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. He is a character. They could just add him with the store, I don't know, have they added was it the black box? I'm not too sure. But whatever restaurant he sang at, or whatever it was, or a music club, I forget what it was. So they can add him with anything. He's just a character, really iconic. Like I say, they should really add him. Number 11 is the Old Jewish Man. Yeah, he's really funny. Another old folk. They need to add some more old folks because they haven't got too many. They haven't got Jasper and Abe. They got a couple others, but yeah, they need to add him. He kind of completes that kind of the three. Abe, Jasper, and him. They're kind of like the three, aren't they? So yeah, they need to add him as well. He's pretty funny as well. Yeah, the whole thing with his pants down thing. So number 9 is Ruth Powers. Laura Powers' mother. Basically. Yeah, she's quite a big character. We had the whole bodybuilding thing in one episode, but she was the neighbour who's also a criminal. But yeah, they can do some good stuff with her as well. She used to live in the Brown House, so maybe they could have like a costume for the Brown House, like an older version of the Brown House or a different version of the Brown House, something like that. Or they could just add her with something like the bodybuilding thing she was at. I'm not too sure. So number 8 is Hyman Krustoscoffi, or whatever the hell it is. Basically Krusty's dad. Again, another deceased character, but it doesn't really matter because they've already got loads of deceased characters in there anyway. Again, another really hyped up character. A lot of people want him to be added with the synagogue, and yeah, I mean, I don't see what's wrong with him. I mean, they probably will add him quite soon. Number 7 is actually an unusual one for me. It's actually Jebediah Springfield. Now, the reason I put him so high is he's mentioned so many times. That he's got statues. He's got several statues. I think he's got a superhero one. There's the snake one. And then there's the regular one. I'm not too sure if there is another one. I kind of think there is. But again, he's been mentioned. He's a very that statue is very iconic to the series, to Simpsons in general. And I think he's a founder of Springfield. They need to do something like some kind of event where he's like kind of the final prize, a bit like Radioactive Man was the final prize for the superheroes one. Something like that. But yeah, I think Jebediah Springfield needs to be added. So number 6 is Mona Simpson. This is again another deceased character. Doesn't really matter. But this is obviously Homer's mother. Again, a really big character. They kind of need to add because she's a part of that. She's part of the family. It's not like she's a small member. She has been in quite a few episodes, and I know there's many little buildings they can add her with. There was the thing where Homer dumped the ashes in the big mountain thing. They could throw him with that, or they could throw her in with the I know they can't do it for the farm because that's gone now, but they need to add Mona Simpson. Number 5 is Lionel Hutz. Now, I don't understand why he hasn't been added so far. He's that little crooked, horrible lawyer, terrible at his job. Yeah, I really need to add Lionel as well because he's been really anticipated. I'm not too sure if he's dead or not. I'm not entirely sure. But whatever, yeah, Lionel's next. Number 4. We're getting to the top cutting ones now, is actually Gil. Now, I know Gil technically is in the game, but he only comes in when there's a deal. Now, honestly, I think they should make some kind of, like, big Gil deal where you actually buy Gil himself. They could really make something funny with that. Where you actually have to buy Gil yourself. And I do believe he should be donuts. I do believe he should be, like, something that comes around, doesn't come every day. It only comes every so often. And I know with the whole deal thing, he has deals. I kind of think like maybe his tasks should just be disabled when there's a deal off. Like his current, they could do some funny tasks with him. But once there's a deal, you can't do his tasks. You either accept the deal or you don't get. It's kind of like if you accept the deal, then you get to continue with his tasks. They could do something like that. They've added Sideshow Bob now. They've proven that they can do that, and they will do that if they want to. So I don't really see the problem with adding Gil. I think it would be really cool to see him, and he's a big character. Number 3 is Lindsay Neagle. Now, honestly, the reason she's so high is just because there were so many different buildings that she could have been added with, which was really annoying. I wish they added her with the Republicans HQ, but I guess not, because they can also add her with the house that the the smart people wanted to. I forget what it was called, but you know, when Lisa was accepted, they can add it with that house as well, which is another possibility. But yeah, another big character they really do need to add, and one I really hope they do. I don't know why. I just kind of, she's so witty and stuff. Number 2 is Cookie Kwan. Don't know why. I just always constantly mention her. Red Blazer Reality, she should be added with definitely in the future. I do think she should be coming soon. Yeah, Cookie Kwan, another. She's just a big character. I just kind of think they should have added her a while ago, because you know they're leaving. I don't know. I just really want them to add her for some reason. I don't know why. Number 1, the grand finale is none other than Troy McClure. Troy McClure is like the biggest character they really need to do. They really do need to add him. They were. I think originally there was rumours that they were going to add him with Planet High, but I don't think it was confirmed. I never even, he's not in the files, I don't think, anyway. But yeah, a really big character they do need to add soon. He is in quite a few episodes, and honestly, lots of people like him. He's a very popular character, and I do believe that in the forums he's a very requested character at the same time. So that's it, my guys. That's my list. That's what I think of the top 20. Tell me your top 10 or top 5 or top 20 if you want of characters you think should be added. That would be really cool to see. And yeah, I will be doing top 10 buildings very soon. If you guys want to see that, please tell me. Give me some ideas if you want, because that's going to be a harder one to do, because characters are pretty easy. Buildings, it's going to be quite hard, but I mean, I can find top 10 buildings, and if you want I can maybe do the top 10 events I had planned, or so I might reduce it to top 5, because I did have a comic book idea one that's already been done now in the game. So I kind of have to redo that video. I never actually uploaded it. Because I was going to upload it on the day the comic book day came out, and I was like, oh damn, I already have an idea for the comic book. So I had to go back, and you know, I never actually. I should have just uploaded it and just said sorry about that one. You know, ignore that one. But whatever. I will try and pull out that video for you guys and redo it. And yeah, tell me your thoughts. Or actually, just tell me which one you want to see more. Top 10 events or top 10 doodles, top 10 buildings. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me your list, like I said, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.